Today on Attack of the Show. Look out, Hollywood. It's going to get cold when we break down Film Threat's Frigid 50 in the Loop. Are squeaky springs the only sound you hear in the bedroom? Find out how to get more noise out of your lady when we go in your pants. And Jimmy Kimmel gets frisky with ex-President Carter.
Who's the pants, Carter?
On the punchline. All this and more on a live and spanking new Attack of the Show. Starting right now.
What's going on here? Pick up on this. Attack. Attack of the Show. Attack.
I think Ed's a little off today.
Ed!
Yeah, all
There's
right.
a big delay.
Okay.
Ed's a little off today. Welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. It is Thursday, December 7th, and I am Olivia Munn.
I'm Kevin Pereira, coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles. You had a good night last night?
I had a good night. Went to a little party.
Yes. What was
Yes.
the little party?
It was Calabasas Magazine. They put me in their magazine, so I went to their party.
Very nice.
It
So
was
a
fun.
bunch
I
of-
invited you, but you were doing
Who wants to go
something-
to a big party with a bunch of hot chicks and free booze when you could go do yoga in Santa Monica?
Exactly. Yeah, and here's
Screw
the...
yoga, by the way. That's my new outlook on the entire craze.
Well, everyone's kind of like, you into yoga, but you look like the kind of guy that would go to yoga to me.
Well,
Very metro.
Well, is it? I thought it was more hippie.
Nowadays it's
Earthchild.
very metro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will not go back again. And they wanted $44 for a piece of foam with a floral pattern
What?
on it. Yeah. I ended up renting one for like
lot.
$2.
Yeah, I got
And then I
mine for
realized you
$20.
sweat like 3 pounds of water throughout the course
and then
of
you
yoga.
slip on your
Yeah,
head.
so I was rolling around in someone else's oil. It's just not cool.
Well, what did you not like about yoga?
It's the positions are weird, and then the teacher was cranky. She
What-
told us we were a frustrating class, and then
What?
and then calling out positions. You know, like, oh, get back to the Congress of the Sacred Cow, and then do the downward dog
And the
into
cobra, and you're
into
like,
a
I don't know
cobra.
what these are.
I'm like, woman, I have no idea what you want from me. Like, tell me to just stretch my fingers. Instead, she'd say, like, you know, release your spirit animal towards the zenith. And I look around, and then like the old woman's like, oh yeah, totally, this thing.
The old woman knows it.
Yeah, she knew everything.
But how hard is it when they tell you to just lower your back, but then they don't tell you just to lower your back?
No,
they
it's
say something crazy.
Release your low back towards the towards the ground and feel the
Yeah.
energy.
Well,
Screw it.
I know. Well, I actually do Bikram yogam sometimes where that's where they pump the heat to over 100 degrees. They close all the door, all the windows, and you sweat like crazy, but
Really?
it smells really bad in there.
I was like, that
everybody's
can't be
sweating.
healthy, right?
Well, it smells terrible. And then there's always this guy, like in front of me, and he always...
The same guy each time, or just
Like,
in
it's
general,
always the
there's
same
always
time,
a
because I
guy.
always come late, and so like there's only one position, and I realize why. It's because he farts every time, and then the instructor's always like, "That's okay. It's part of the natural body. When you're in Bikram, just release it. Sometimes it just flows." And I'm like, and I made this face like, and then she looked at me like, "It's okay.
It's okay."
It's
You're like,
okay."
it's, yeah, you know,
And
it's
he's
okay
like,
because you got the
"Yeah,
incense.
it's okay. Yeah, it's okay."
Is that why they walk around with incense sticks during the thing?
Maybe.
Because that's
They
what
don't-
the
they don't do
trainer
that in
did
my
yesterday.
class.
Yeah, they
No.
did yesterday. Never again.
Never again. Well,
well.
you should just go lift weights like a real man. Now it's time to go to a safe house for farts and other bodily functions.
If we proved one thing all week, it's clearly that I'm clearly the
You
man.
have a vagina.
Yeah. Let 'em rip,
Pretty.
folks.
It's like Brittany. I like to call it your little Brittany down there. Hey, Brittany, what's going on? What's going on, Brittany? Oh, she just wants to breathe.
We're going around the net.
Okay, like in yoga class, life is full of awkward moments, and one of those biggest ones is when you let one just sneak out. Yes, I'm talking about the fart again.
Yes, you know, Olivia, they come in a variety of shapes, sizes, and smells, but the best thing about them, they're invisible. They can come out of nowhere. Stealthy.
Until now. This video is floating to the top of every video site today. It's an infrared video that shows what happens when you pass gas. It's much worse than we ever imagined. It's like a smokestack.
I'm calling BS on this thing. Like, there's no way gas looks. It looked like a squid protecting itself in the ocean. That didn't actually look like flatulence at all.
Fair enough, Kevin. But we've got another video. This time, it's a thermal view. Basically, what the predator would see if you let one go.
Okay.
See?
So now I get how Carl Weathers gave himself away and got killed. I get it now. That makes total sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still
Hey-
calling shenanigans on the whole thing.
Did you know chewing tobacco makes you a sexual Tyrannosaurus?
Love that movie. Go to g4tv.com/AOTS for the links to everything you just saw. But right now, it's time for the only news you need to know. Where's that, Olivia?
It's in the feed headlines.
That's right.
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed first. Nintendo is finally looking into those broken Wiimote
All right.
Hey.
Let's check in with Zach Selwyn, shall
Zach?
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? As you can see, I'm chewing tobacco right now, so I guess that makes me a sexual tyrannosaurus. Is that what you
It
call it?
does.
we? Short arms. Raptor arms.
You're like a cowboy tyrannosaurus.
That's what I'm talking
Very
about. It's
sexy
the name of my
one,
new
too.
band, Cowboy Tyrannosaurus.
It
I like
should
it.
be. I'll play like the guitar in it.
No,
if
you need to
wanted me
play the little Indian squaw that I rope.
All right.
You know?
There you go.
All right.
We're
I'm
gonna play
kind
some
of, I'm part
Thanksgiving
Indian in
games,
a
you and
way.
I.
Like that
we-
Apache music video? Have you seen
Exactly. Oh yeah. Boomba clot. Boomba. I don't know it.
that?
That was hot, though. You could do that again. But while you do that again, could you tell me if you thought the infrared fart video was pretty
Would you
damn
let this
cool?
video go?
I think it's cool. I think it's very scientific.
Guys, technology takes us places where we never imagined, and that fart video marks one of the great achievements of the last 100 years. It is an
Thank you.
unbelievable internet
Thank you.
video.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Thank you.
Oh, and you
Thank
know
you.
you know a thing or two about internet videos all of a sudden.
Well,
yeah?
I absolutely do. In fact, internet celebrities are slowly slipping into the mainstream, and now there's even an award show for them. So what did I do? I went out and talked with the people behind this year's best online phenomenons. Forget the D-list. These guys are calling themselves the E-list. E-lebrities. That's what they're calling themselves.
Oh!
Yo!
Oh, watch out!
Clever.
Look at these
Watch
people.
out.
Oh, look at that dance.
Whoa,
I went down there.
that was a jig.
That guy is crazy. He
you're
went around
right.
the world. I'm going to show you what happened on the carpet. It was a lot of fun. These
But
guys
the
drink
thing-
like crazy, too.
Usually when you're a journalist, you have to stand behind the rope as the celebrities walk the carpet, but they notice that you are
That
a
goes
G4
on
celebrity.
to the
You're
carpet.
on
You guys
the
should have
carpet
seen
interviewing.
the amount of cameras there. It was just us.
Did you bring your own carpet?
Yeah, like roll it out. All right, here we go. It was well done. It's a good piece. I'll be back later. You know.
Can't wait to see you
All
back
right,
here.
we'll check it out later. But right now we have to check into the army of monitor heads.
Yes, we do. Here's Alex from the great state of Ohio.
A lot of current celebrities got started doing commercials. Do you think we can see some newer celebrities getting their big break on the internet?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, there you go.
He's got a very funny one. You got to look it up.
What the cliff or is it Kilf?
No.
What is it?
Oh,
yeah,
he has
Kilf,
he
right?
has sex with cartoon characters.
Well, and you should
look
see
it
his
up.
internet video too. It's really great. No, you know, like
Look it
definitely
up.
stars are definitely getting
Well,
launched.
there's
on the
that
internet.
kid from MTV, right?
Andy Milonakis, man, the perfect
Yeah.
example. Yeah, Lonely Girls blowing up. Brookers
Yeah.
gets signed by Carson Daly to do his little show just because she did YouTube videos. So yeah.
And now the thing is like celebrity. It's like, you know, celebrities are like Paris Hilton and those people. It's like, they don't really have to have that much talent.
Well,
Unlike
that-
our friend Zach Selwyn, who does have talent.
Well, that's
I
the
didn't-
thing. Like,
you know.
does it actually take talent to be a celebrity anymore?
No.
Right.
Exhibit A.
Thank you. I'd hardly call myself a celebrity. But new
You're
celebrities, I'm huge on the internet. I'm internet famous. No, new celebrities seem to pop up every day, and in the loop, we're actually going to pick through some of the more controversial ones, and we're going to see whose celebrity status is in danger. Because, you know, just because you're at the top doesn't mean you stay there.
That's right. We're going to pick them apart. It's time for the poll question. Whose 15 minutes are up? Bryan Singer's, Borat's, Lonely Girls, Jack Black's, or Dane Cook's? Vote at our website, g4tv.com/AOTS, or text your vote to G4TXT. That's 44898 to vote and register for AOTS Live News Alert.
And coming up later, very excited. We are going to have a special treat for you, to say the least. Get your childhood memories in check, because in a bit we're going to have the world premiere of the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie trailer.
Yes! Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Donatello are back, and you guys are getting the exclusive first look of them only right here on Attack of the Show. First ever here. CG. I'm very excited.
Can't wait.
I can hardly wait to see what they've done to those little Ninja Turtles. You know,
Still have the
Look
shells.
what they've done. Yeah, they do. Interesting. You guys stay with us. There's plenty of mutations ahead. We'll be right back.
It's getting chilly out, so we're throwing Film Threats Frigid 50 on the fire to warm up the loop. And all is silent on the bedroom front, and the only way to make it noisy is to go in your pants.
Got the commercial prep for B Block.
It's good A block, right? Felt good? Energy up?
No, it's a good way to kick off
Yeah.
the show, but I mean, we got
What? There's a lot more to do. Oh, hi.
Here's the script for next block.
Yeah.
Why don't you take a look at it and let me
Okay.
know if you have any suggestions. I have the writing stuff here, but you know, you're really truly the bard, so please don't hold back.
Oh, wow. Thanks, guys, so much. Let me just look at this for a
Hey,
second.
can I get a? Mind if I get a copy of that real quick? That is. Why this one?
Here's a good spot. How about instead of Welcome Back to Attack of the Show Live, we changed it to welcome back to a live Attack of the Show.
That is so great.
It's amazing. Thanks. Yeah.
That is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
Thanks so much, Emily.
Hey,
That's very sweet of you.
Excuse me, Olivia. Can you sign my forehead, please?
Okay, sure.
Guys, I don't want to be
Alright.
a stickler here, but I just noticed that in the C block, you've got me as well. My name's Kevin Pereira, and you've got me as Kevin Herrero. And that's not even close. And so I want to make sure when it comes up on the screen, you got it's P-E-R. Plus there's a tilde in it. I mean, I don't, I'm Portuguese, but I don't.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, Hararo's fine too. I mean, it's
great.
Has the same structure. I think it's fine.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. We are live and talking fame. Before the break, we asked you whose 15 minutes are up. Well, according to our text message counting interns, Dane Cook leads the pack with 29% of the vote. Let's go on over to Kevin, whose time is up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thanks, sweetheart. This past week, the entertainment magazines have released their list of the most powerful people in Hollywood. But do these magazines truly represent the fans? Well, as a response, FilmThreat.com has released its own anti-list called the Frigid 50, the coldest people in Hollywood. And today we're talking about the demise of celebrities whose career is almost over. The experts are about to weigh in, and I'm ready for my close-up. Apparently you're not. It's a loop. Joining us tonight, our resident film expert and the creator of Film Threat's Frigid 50 list, Chris Gore, is here, and one of our favorite Loop guests, USA Today's Scott Bowles. Gentlemen, welcome to the Loop.
Thanks.
Chris, obviously, I got to go to you first on this one, because this list, let's be honest, this is just a kind of a petty attempt to get a little attention. It's just an F you to Hollywood, right? You don't really stand by any of this crap, right?
No, I mean, really, actually, seriously, this is an antidote to those power and hot lists that you see in other magazines. It's a way to also poke some fun at some people that really need to deflate their fame and their ego. So while we have fun with the list, when you seriously read the people that are on it, you can justify every single one.
Scott, do you think they're all justifiable? I mean, we're about to dip in, but...
This list should be called Things That I Smoke When I Write About the Movies. I have no idea where these came from.
All right. Well, let's see exactly what Chris is smoking, because, Dr. Gore, you start off number 3 on the Frigid 50. You've got Borat, a guy whose film has made countless millions. People are saying it could perhaps be the funniest movie of all time, let alone of this year. How can he possibly be freezing at this point?
Well, I'll tell you why exactly. Is first of all, it's also brought along countless lawsuits, and it's something that he can't repeat. There's going to be no Borat sequel. I mean, think about it. He blew it with the character in the first film. You can't do that joke a second time.
But, you know, Scott, you can't... Did anybody expect Borat 2? You know, Kazakhstan Strikes Back? Was anybody planning on a sequel to this film?
They aren't planning on it, but they could. The thing to remember about this movie is that maybe 20 million people have seen it. That leaves 280 million people who have not seen it, and America has no shortage of dimwits and racists. He could do a sequel next month, and the people in the South would have no idea who he is. He could play this as long as he wants.
And he can do it with Mel Gibson, because they got a lot in common, you know, regarding the Jews and all that stuff.
You don't want a Michael Richard guest spot maybe in the next one as well?
Exactly.
Or, come on, let's just get them all under the bus at the same time. All right, let's move on. Number 27 on the list, we got Bryan Singer. Now, geeks everywhere, I mean, they've worshipped him, of course, since X-Men, but I understand Superman Returns wasn't exactly what fans wanted, but is one film enough to make a guy go frigid, Chris?
Well, absolutely. I mean, first of all, expectations were so high for Superman Returns. I mean, in fact, myself, I was raving about it before I'd even seen it, just because I'd heard so much good pre-buzz. But the fact is, Bryan Singer really let down the fans. It owed way too much to the Richard Donner original. My understanding is, even with Superman 2, they're going to bring Zod back. So he's going over old territory yet again. And also, the Frigid 50 is a way to give kind of a career checkup, kind of a career intervention, so to speak, to people that, you know, I'm a personal fan of. I love Bryan Singer.
So you're putting Singer on warning here. You're calling him out and saying, hey, listen,
Absolutely.
You don't have the golden ticket necessarily. You got to warm us over with your next film.
You're 27 this year, could be #1 next year. Who knows?
What do you think, Scott? Is Singer on ice?
Who cares about the fans? The fact is, Superman Returns is one of the top 5 films of the year. It's going to make close to $500 million worldwide. It got good reviews. It disappointed the fans. Hollywood doesn't care about the fans. It cares about the bottom line. He has a blank check to do his next film. This is one of those guys who remains golden, if not in Chris's
But you
eyes.
have to admit, Scott, that it did underperform. I mean, when the movie barely squeaked out $200 million, come on, it didn't do any over $300 million Lord of the Rings money.
So did Fantastic Four, and we're seeing a sequel. This is the kind of thing where they expect the first one to get off the ground slowly, but as the dollars roll in, he's going to get green light for #2.
All right, we talked about Singer's blank check, and I thought Dane Cook, here's a guy whose blank check perhaps may have bounced. I mean, yes, some say he's the funniest in America. He had the HBO special, Tourgasm. Chris, why did you put him on the list, though?
Well, you can't take away anything from him as a comedian. He's hugely successful in that arena, has not been successful in film.
Oh, come on, he worked with Jessica Simpson, Chris.
Oh, give me all of those movies tanked, not just financially, but also with fans and critics. No one liked those movies, and it's disheartening. I just don't think that you can take his type of comedy and kind of just force it into a Hollywood type of movie. Maybe that's why it hasn't succeeded. I happen to be a big fan of Dane Cook. I've seen him live a couple times, and I would love to see him succeed, but Dane, get a good script.
Well, Scott, even I'm, to be honest, having trouble defending Dane here, so please, jump on in. Help us out here.
Well, this is Chris's closest brush with sanity on the list. And Dane hasn't had a great run yet, but the problem is Dane hasn't had anything to anchor himself yet. Johnny Knoxville doesn't fare well when he pairs up with Jessica Simpson. Dukes of Hazzard is an awful film. When he has a concert film that busts, okay. When he has a film that anchors on himself, okay. But it's too early to write him off yet.
All right, finally, very quickly here, last on the list, well, finally, actually, at #8 on the list, it's Lonely Girl. This is an actress that sort of created an internet phenomenon, Chris, and proved that YouTube is a powerful distribution method. How are you writing her off when really didn't her 15 minutes just get started?
Well, I think it proves that people on YouTube want to see what a young 15-year-old girl is doing in the privacy of her own bedroom.
Surprise!
So there's a lot of pervs out there. But I mean, the fact that she could parlay this into a career, man, if she's able to do it, more power to her. But once it was revealed that this was fake, everyone felt so betrayed. I mean, what is she going to do next? I mean, I haven't heard that she's been signed to any big deal. I know the writers actually have a development deal with NBC, but the actress, nothing.
All right, well, speaking of betrayal, Scott, and very quickly, I mean, I know Britney feels betrayed because Mel Gibson's #1 on the list. Shouldn't Britney's vagina be #1 here?
Not until Disney does an animated feature on it.
Oh,
then you can write her off.
Now you're talking. All right, Thanks to Chris and Scott for keeping us in the loop. Listen, folks, right or wrong, Film Threat has created a hilarious list that tries to kick a little Hollywood ass at a time when every other side is happy to just stand there and kiss it. So head on over to their site, chuckle and laugh, and then realize that in the end, the only thing that truly matters is how much skin is dangling when you get out of the car at night. Let's go over to Olivia.
Thanks, Kev. Today we're bringing you what to watch. It's time to attack this. First up in movie theaters this weekend, Blood Diamond, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Connelly, in an action-packed drama that's less about finding a rare African diamond and more about the bloody civil war in Sierra Leone and the corrupt diamond industry in Africa. For sheer entertainment value, this one is a winner. Also in theaters this weekend is Mel Gibson's Apocalypto. True to form, Mel makes another epic movie in a dead, ancient language, confusing most of Middle America in the process. It's about the fall of the Mayan Empire and one man who really doesn't want to be sacrificed to the Mayan gods. So he runs and he runs and he runs and he runs. If you like blood, gore, and ritual sacrifice, put this one at the top of your must-see movies to see this weekend. Next, switching to the TV on Monday night, the Sci-Fi Channel begins airing their newest miniseries, The Lost Room. It stars 6 Feet Under's Peter Carauza, who is searching for a one of 100 everyday objects that suddenly materialized in a motel room in 1961. Now, each object has its own special and very specific power. There is the click pen that instantly microwaves people, the bus pass that sends people to New Mexico, the comb that stops time for 5 seconds, and the motel key that opens any door. It's kind of like Heroes, but with stuff, and we love it. And finally, pinch us, because NBC's holiday event on Monday night looks and sounds too good to be true. The Year Without a Santa Claus is a live-action remake of the classic claymation musical. Here's a little taste of Pretty Much Awesome.
I never want to see a day that's under 60 degrees. I'd rather have it 30, 20, 10, 5, and let it freeze.
I know, you're welcome. John Goodman is Santa, Delta Burke is Mrs. Claus, Harvey Firestein is the Heat Miser, and Michael McKean is the Snow Miser. And they sing. Plus cameos by people like Queer Eye's Carson Kressley, Dr. Laura, and fitness guru Jack LaLanne. Good or bad, and Sweet Fancy Moses, we hope it's bad. This movie will be legendary. Set your TiVos, people. That's today's Attack This. Visit g4tv.com/AOTS for links to all the stuff you just saw. Still ahead, believe it or not, competitive gaming wants drug tests. We'll give you the fix in the feed, and I'll tell you how to get your partner to make a little noise in the bedroom when we go in your pants. You're watching TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
Hey, welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. We are live and ready to take a stroll through the red light district. Just make sure you don't get pickpocketed, because Olivia's ready to fumble with your trousers.
Is she quiet as a mouse? And what is the best equation for a perfect night? You've got questions and we've got answers. Bear down, because it's that time when we go in your pants. Sex columnist Anna David, who's written for magazines like Details and Stuff, is back to help answer your sex and relationship questions. So let's just dive right in. Let's do it.
What's up, guys? My girlfriend never makes any noise when we're doing it. How do I get her to move around or yell or scream or something like that? You know what I'm talking about.
At first, I got the question, but then he said, how do I get her to move around? Apparently, she's just lying there like a dead fish. That's not cool.
And moving around isn't really, that doesn't make a lot of noise. I think,
No.
well, I mean, look.
Maybe she's just lying there not doing anything. Maybe that's the question.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you can tell her. I think that women or all people, like, what you don't want to do is make her self-conscious that she's not doing it right. But if you sort of make it your thing, it would really, really turn me on to hear you as well as feel you.
I like hearing it when, you know, like with the other guy.
yeah.
You're like, okay, so you like, but then there's some people who just are really quiet. They just have nothing, you know, they have
nothing to add.
Well, they're just like, this is great.
I don't like that. Personally, I don't like that. I'm with you. I think that communication and hearing that, it is a turn on. It is erotic to be able to hear as well as feel, you know, what
and if she's embarrassed
liking.
by it, letting her know that this really turns me on, and you know, but it's hard. But I guess the question is, how does he say it?
Well, I think, you don't have, I mean, you can lead by example. You can start making a lot of noise and see if she sort of picks up on that. Or you just say it to her. I mean, you can say it after you've had sex, you know, you're holding her or whatever.
Or maybe if you start to ask questions like, do you like that? And then she'll like kind of, maybe she'll
I think
feel
that's
more,
good too.
Yeah,
I think
and then she can say, yeah, and then moving into it.
Yeah, and you can just sort of be like harder, more, to the left, to the right. Seriously, that's how you know, she's going to have to answer you.
Is it the electric slide? Is that what you're doing? Now, I have a quick question though. What if she's just bored?
Okay.
Maybe that's what she's saying. If she's like looking over your shoulder at the TV while you're on top, and she's like, oh, that's great.
Then give up
Looking
and
over.
just, forget about her.
Find a new girlfriend. The next question is...
Oh, hey girls. I've never actually been on a real date before. Do you have any pointers on asking girls out?
How to ask? He's never been on a real date. That's I know there's a lot of guys who've never been on a real date.
I do think that the whole notion of a real date really intimidates people, as opposed to the notion that you're just going to go hang out. I think that people have this idea before they date that, you know, they're picturing, you know, the candlelit
and they
table.
drive up, they pick them up, they, you know, take them out somewhere. Now it's like the whole dinner movie.
And it doesn't have to be like that. A date, I've had great dates that have been, you know, bowling dates or miniature golf dates or a hike or something like that.
An activity, I think, is the best thing.
Activities are good.
But I guess, how does he ask? I mean, if he likes a girl, he's never asked a girl out before, he's never gone out with a girl, and he's kind of insecure about it. What's the best way to just say?
The most casual way is best. I mean, the thing that's the least effective is to sort of be like, do you want to go out on a date with me? I mean,
like you said, something that's casual, like if there's a party coming up, or hey, a lot of us are going, get all your friends to go bowling, and then say, hey, we're all going bowling. You and your friends should come out and meet us.
But just know that there is no one way that the whole world subscribes to about how to ask people out. It's, you know, everybody's different, every place is different, and I think that just getting to know the girl that that you want to ask out, and seeing what she likes is obviously, you know, going to help.
I definitely think your advice on going with something very casual,
Casual's
and
good.
I definitely think a group date is so much easier and a lot less pressure, and you won't feel as nervous. But
yes,
those are some great answers. Thanks so much,
Thank you.
Anna. And if you
Bye.
guys want to read Anna's extended answers to the questions you just heard, go to our website, g4tv.com/AOTS, and to find out more about Anna, go to her website on annadavid.com. But right now, let's check in with my best pal, who always gets a date, Mr. Kevin Pereira.
Thanks, ladies, but let's get to the real advice. All right, our last friend here has never been on a date. He wants a step-by-step guide, a little hand-holding. First things first. All right, let's just get this out there. Dates are an imaginary fantasy set up in the minds of chicks. As a man, there's no such thing as a date. You're just passing time before you play hide the salami in the back of the Scion. So be yourself. Dress normal, go to the places you like, invite her to tag along, and then nod and smile when the she-creature squawks. Until you adopt this attitude, you're going to be spending your Saturday nights explaining the 10 kinds of nasty you so could have had, bro, to your World of Warcraft guild. Be strong, Leroy. Be strong. We'll be back.
Knowledge is power, so power up with The Feed. And a bald man singing about Britney's beaver is just a premise. Wait until you hear the punchline.
Hey, Attack of the Show, Sky from California. I'm curious, for the holiday season, what are you hoping that Santa gives you?
Don't touch the video voicemail.
Wait, I was petting him. He has really nice hair.
It is. It's nicely coiffed.
It is coiffed. Well, what do you want for Christmas?
Cure for herpes. You?
To work with a man that doesn't have herpes.
Right? Well, hey, 2-for-1 stocking stuffer. You don't want to touch it anymore, do you? No pound? All right. We are live here in Los Angeles and filling you in on all the stuff you care about.
Coming up later, we're giving you the first look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles new movie. We have the exclusive world premiere of the trailer, and you are not going to want to miss the ass-kicking action right here. You're dripping.
I was kicking some ass.
A little bit. I think you broke open a sore.
Right now, it's the news, and it's live, and we're ready to roll with it. Time for the only news you need to know. It's The Feed.
Thank you, guys. I'm Layla Kaylee, and it's time to start The Feed. After problems being reported from day one of the Wii launch, Nintendo is finally admitting they might have screwed up. The innovative Wiimote has a safety strap that attaches to your wrist in case the controller slips from your hand. But now the company is admitting that they didn't expect people to get that excited playing the Wii. Numerous reports of broken televisions and flying Wiimotes have prompted them to investigate. Remember, you don't have to swing wildly, it's all in the wrist action. This morning, the music world sat on the edge of their seats as the nominations for the Grammys were announced. Mary J. Blige was the big winner, taking 8 including Record and Song of the Year. The Red Hot Chili Peppers snagged 6, including Album of the Year. Other big winners were Danger Mouse, Gnarls Barkley, and John Williams, who snagged 5 nominations each. The award show will be televised February 11th. Yahoo suffered some financial woes as of late, and now they've got a lawsuit to contend with. New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady has sued Yahoo for using his image in various ads promoting fantasy football. The online leagues rake in $4.4 billion a year, and Yahoo alone has 4 million users. Brady states that the ads insinuate that he endorses the popular business. So expect another person at Yahoo to lose their job. And finally, the Cyber Athlete Professional League is prepared to start drug testing its players. Fearing professional gamers will turn to drugs like crystal meth and Ritalin to get an edge on the competition. The CPL has said it will allow testing in 2007. The cyber athletes are not subject to mandatory tests, but the league will have the right to ask for drug screenings. However, energy drinks like Red Bull and Monster are still fair game, and there's always cocaine. The drink, I mean. Well, that's all for today. But don't worry, the feed doesn't stop here. Stay tuned to G4 all day long and look for the feed ticker at the bottom of your screen. We'll have all the news you need to know as it happens. I'm Layla Kaylee, and you've just been fed. Back to you.
Thanks, Layla. You know, it's not a real sport until they start drug testing.
Don't ask us, for clean urine. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
It's
Mine
not.
is dirtied up.
And it burns too much to really take the test.
What's wrong with you? Wrap it up.
Coming
Wrap
up
it
later,
up.
more stuff on TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
Wrap it up.
We're skipping the jokes and getting straight to the punchline. And Zach strolls the red carpet off the glamour to find out what it takes to be an E-list celebrity.
You just can't be scared of getting punched in the mouth by someone who's startled and reacts too quickly.
The feed is brought to you by the U.S. Army. There's strong, and then there's Army Strong. Find out more at goarmy.com/strong.
Heard it. Hey, welcome back, folks. We are live, and Nintendo is finally looking into all those broken Wiimote straps, which
There's
is
only
nice.
one true answer. Bring back the Power Glove.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, we know you're busy. You miss a lot of quality TV. Not this quality television.
This is TiVo Daily, I'm
Right.
sure.
On the other
Across the
channels.
nation.
Season passed everywhere. It's time to show you the funniest stuff that you might have missed because you were watching G4.
Yeah.
Here's the punchline. All right, last week, Jimmy Carter was called a racist and an anti-Semite during a live call on C-SPAN. Harsh words.
Harsh.
Harsh words. As always, though, Jimmy Kimmel has turned the situation on its head. He's kind of the master of taking ordinary TV clips and really making them juvenile, which
Yes,
is great.
Marvel. As an typical C-SPAN phone call for ex-President Jimmy Carter suddenly becomes a frat-worthy crank call.
Did he sit for the interview? He actually took questions from callers.
Aurora, Illinois.
President Carter, thank you for taking my call. I voted for you back in '76. Your accomplishments are remarkable, and yet nobody seems to make note of your raw sexual energy. You're like a tiger roaming the sex jungle. You're like a meaty man mule, a plump, pulsing pile driver of pork.
I think, caller, that the name calling is fine. Is enough.
Lose the pants, Carter.
Lose the pants! Actually, common request, because where would you rate Carter's sexiness? Be honest.
Probably between Clinton and Garfield.
Garfield, though? I mean, really?
Oh, I'm a sucker for beards. Ask any man, he knows that. It's common knowledge.
Noted.
You got a little scruff there. Hey.
There's a reason.
Carrera.
There's a reason for the season. With all the hubbub surrounding Britney's wizard sleeve, a member
Love it. It's my favorite new thing.
Well, here's the thing. A member of Conan's band, he wanted to express his outrage, actually. He's not a fan, but he did it through song.
Mark is so devastated that he's written an emotional plea to Britney. Pender?
Was on the web this morning, and my world went down the tubes. There was a picture of you with Paris and Lindsay, and the whole world could see your snoop. Oh, Britney, what are you doing? Please go put on some drawers. You gotta keep your hoo-ha covered when you hang out with those whores.
I love it.
And the walk into the stands is great.
It is great. If we had an audience here, you could walk into them.
You just like the euphemisms, right?
I love all the nicknames for the vagina.
My mom plays Snoob
Does
at home
she?
on the PC, which is really weird.
Snoob?
Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah. I like Snoopy called it the hoo-ha. I prefer the cooter. That's my favorite
That's
one.
cute. That's very cute.
But I gotta ask you, are you a fan of like the girls coming out of the their cars without panties on?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Finally, the ladies on The View are still reeling from DeVito Gate. You know, the drunk little hobbit. He was on there. He charmed and sort of disgusted a nation, maybe even the world,
Yes, he
actually.
did. Now, it affected them so much that Rosie felt the need to join Mel Gibson and Michael Richards in another case of celebrity racism.
The fact is that it's news all over the world. So, you can imagine in China, it's like, ching chong, da, ching chong, chong, ching chong, Danny DeVito, ching chong, 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 drunk, The View, ching chong.
Oh, I love it. The old let's make fun of the way Chinese people talk because we can't understand them. Oh, man. Is it 1953 already?
I actually don't think she was making fun of anybody. That's my actual original language, ching chong.
Oh, you speak?
Oh, I remember I taught you
Ching
some of those key phrases like ching chong, ching chong.
Okay.
Ching chong, ching ching.
That's the punchline, folks.
Racist
Your mother's going to email you after this one.
Well,
One
little
line,
racist Rosie can
perfectly
come
worded.
sit on our lap. Little
Not mine.
racist Rosie, come on over here.
Not mine.
All right, up next, everyone's got an award show, even internet celebrities. We will show you the biggest E-celebrities right after this.
Hey Kevin, I'm the new world record holder on Rayman Bunnies Can't Play Soccer. I have the high score now of 10,084 points, as you see right there. I just wanted to bring this along and say I'm throwing down the gauntlet, brother. Bring it.
Wow! Challenge! Get your manhood back,
Good job.
Kevin.
Yeah, I'm going to throw down the old gauntlet. Why don't you have consensual sex with a woman?
Wow! Nice. Keep that stare while I tell them this. Yesterday, not very exciting. Can you do a little fire? A little fiery? Okay, you don't want to make out with them. All right, maybe you're the woman.
Is that
he'll
too
have sex
sultry?
with.
I'm not good with the.
No,
fire.
do pissed off. Like you're mad. You're angry. You're gonna kill him.
Oh, no, I don't get it. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, do it again then.
You can
right
have
now.
it.
Let's do it one more time.
What are we?
I don't know, but it was
Okay.
fun for a second when getting you all confused.
I'm really lost now. I'm sorry.
Well, watch this. Yesterday, we saw our car expert, Big C, at the LA Auto Show.
Ah,
Today, he's in Sin City, Las Vegas for SEMA, the annual showcase of the latest tech and trends for cars.
Yeah, SEMA is the premier automotive specialty trade event in the world, and Big C captured all the action from the Las Vegas Convention Center floor.
And if you can't get enough hot auto action, we have your answer.
Yes, make sure to check out the Street Fury SEMA commercial-free special presented by Scion this Sunday afternoon at 2. Where is it, Olivia?
Right here on G4, where you work.
That's convenient.
Yeah. But right now, I want to go over to Zach Selwyn, who's still nuts.
D's nuts? Thanks, guys. All those stupid videos you watch on the internet all day to waste time at work are suddenly taking themselves seriously. They now have an award show for the best videos on the net called the E-List. How do you do an E in gangster speak? I don't know. I'm from the West Side. And I made it out to the show. I talked to everyone from the fat Numa Numa kid to the guy behind the Easter Bunny Hates You videos. Here's what went down. Hey, it's Zach Selwyn here, and if you love meaningless award shows as much as I do, you are going to love the E-List. We are celebrating this year's best in internet videos. Oh, the glamour. To tell you the truth, it wasn't an actual award show, but Break.com broke down the top 10 viral videos of the year, and the web's biggest E-lebrities showed up for the festivities. Your E-lebrities, how does that feel?
Yeah, it's a new concept, an E-lebrity, but it's fun. It's good. Go!
I don't know about you, my top 10 downloads of the year probably involve Peter North and a girl named Cheyenne. How'd porn not make the top 10?
I don't know. I guess it's been ruling the charts for so while that they're mixing it up with bad Easter Bunny videos now.
Now, are you guys in the top 10 videos of Break.com for this year?
Found out I was number 12.
Ouch! And even though a lot of the guests did not make the top 10, they still managed to strut their stuff on the red carpet. Can you show me one of your signature moves? Oh, that's like almost the chicken noodle soup I learned out in Harlem. Here we go, the G4 tribute dance. Come on. There it is. Oh, very nice. That was it. 2 pumps right, 2 pumps left. Done. But to be the web's best can be dangerous business.
No, to be an urban ninja, you just can't be scared of getting punched in the mouth by someone who's startled and reacts too quickly.
Wow.
But I was really proud of the guy. I was like, hey, finally someone punched me.
So remember, if you can't dance or don't mind getting your ass kicked by the Easter Bunny, you too might be able to make the E-List.
Nice.
Yeah,
That actually sounds like a really cool award show.
Yeah, it was really fantastic. There were like 40 people there.
No, but wait, but the praying mantis chick though, she was
smoking
pretty hot.
hot.
But what was
Yeah.
with the nerd next to him? What's going on there? She was kind of.
He kept talking about how he's like, everybody got on my ass because I had a girl in my room and I didn't hook up with her. I made her eat a bug. Exactly. He was cool though. You know what though? I've never seen a larger collection of such meaningless celebrities. But at least they had a good sense of humor about it. You know?
Well, that's good. That's good. Did you punch the guy though?
I knocked them out. They didn't even put that on there. I don't want to get that lawsuit going again.
I hear
you.
you.
Know what I mean?
I hear you. Let's go over to Olivia. She assaults pretty much everybody.
Yeah, it's true. That's how I got my job. Still coming up, are you ready for some turtle power? The heroes in a half shell are back, and AOTS has the world exclusive first look at the trailer right here. That's next on TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. Who'd you like on our team?
You.
Oh, nice!
If you haven't been watching Attack of the Show, this is what you're missing. For more info, go to g4tv.com/AOTS. It's that.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. We are live and still trying to figure out the difference between Album of the Year and Record of the Year. The Grammys make no sense. Coming up tomorrow, our resident odds man, Jimmy the Geek, breaks down the Broncos and Chargers game and gives you his pick. Plus, we're telling you the perfect tech gifts for your girlfriend and AOTS hardware. And with the next-gen consoles coming out and online games booming, we talk with pro gamer T-Squared about how you two can play games and get paid for.
All right, ready? Is it time?
Okay, you guys, finally.
I lead. Donatello does the machines. That's how it works around here.
Okay, finally, we've got an AOTS exclusive for you. Everyone remembers the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yes!
Yes? Well, they had a couple movies a while back, but let's face it.
I bet I could slice one of those mannequins.
Okay, go try it. I bet they were campy. But if you guys have ever read Eastman and Laird's original comics, they were crazy and hardcore. There's a new CG film on the horizon, and they hope to correct past mistakes. Here's your first look at the trailer for the new Ninja Turtles flick.
There's a legendary group of warriors that travels under the cover of darkness and fights for all those in need. But they have never been needed more than right now.
You did see that up there? I've got a bad feeling.
Between two worlds.
Every 3,000 years, the stars align, unleashing an army of monsters.
That can't be good.
Beyond our universe.
Within hours, we'll lose the city, and within weeks, the world.
There's a brotherhood.
Attack is one!
That cannot be broken. Destroy them.
Aren't you cute? You want a butt-kicking little fella? Hey! Dude! Got any moves left? Just this one!
Did anyone get the license plate of that thing that hit us last night? It looked like your mom, dude.
Yeah, that would make her your mom too, doofus.
Nut.
Let's do it!
Kevin, what is this pizza? What is this? You're supposed to cut
I was gonna, my shell came off. Help me. It's Velcro. Come on. Don't. This is embarrassing. This is really embarrassing. Just
wait, do we start again?
I felt like a ninja.
We were going to show the audience at home something cool, so turn around, bump your butt. Come on, bump your bump, and ready, and go. What's this pizza?
Damn!
Wait, give it to me. Let me try. You throw it up. Throw it up, Kevin.
Okay. For all the things you saw on today and more, go to g4tv.com/AOTS. X plays next. Good night, everybody. I want to be the ninja. I got the costume. Eat it.